All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on this Friday episode of your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, as long as this earth continues to exist, seed, time, and harvest shall never cease. Looking at what governance became and has become under the APC, it was only a matter of time before we hit this present level of global embarrassment, disgrace, and system collapse. We have a country where every single sector is headed and run by some of the greediest humans on the planet, and this is where it has landed us. The big issue here is the worst is yet to come. As I speak to you, there is total confusion in Aso Rock as to what to do next. What to do next in the area of insecurity, what to do next in the area of the economy, and so on and so forth. That was why, out of confusion, Tinubu quickly called for a Council of States meeting at Aso Rock to get the support of past presidents. But Obasanjo, who is confident that he did not fail as president, declined. He refused to attend. It was Jonathan and Buhari, Gowon, all those ones who are not sure of themselves, that went there to give him a vote of confidence. And just as Tinubu was basking in the euphoria of the fake vote of confidence that Jonathan and Buhari gave him, the French government, through a court in France, seized his 3 presidential jets. And after the seizure of those jets, some APC supporters wanted to blame the French judges. As a matter of fact, they began blaming the French judges, said they gave poor judgment. Imagine APC supporters complaining about poor judgment. People who celebrated when their own country's constitution was turned upside down. But just as they were blaming French judges, a US appeal court passed another dangerous judgment, humiliating the Nigerian government. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems we have come to the beginning of the end. I will show you that judgment passed by the US court, and I will discuss the shocking and fearful significance of the judgment. But before I do so, let me show you how Rufai Oseni described the vote of confidence passed on Tinubu by ex-presidents to this confused APC man who had nothing tangible to say. See the video.
They see what me and you can't. Like I said, you can't just bring them together and tell them, hey, come and give me a vote of confidence as a president. These are former presidents. These are guys who you can't push around. So the vote of confidence is it's just what the right thing to do.
It's the right. I mean, so is there a crisis situation? Is it that the president has not performed well and he needs a pat on the back by his comrades? Because I'm not sure his comrades will ever come out and say you are terrible in public, which are the former presidents. So is it because the economy is slumping? There's high inflation, cost of living crisis. We just came out of a protest because people are saying he's not performed well at all. Is that why they had to come pat him on? Because that's why I say it's patronizing. Why is there a need for a vote of confidence, really? It's supposed to be an advisory council. And why do you think Olusegun Obasanjo didn't go there? Is it because he doesn't want to be part of the pat on the back?
Maybe he's not around. Maybe he traveled or so. But look, let me tell you.
Olusegun Obasanjo is well around. He declined to go.
Okay, I don't know. I haven't checked on Baba. So the thing here is this. If they do not believe or think that Baba, the president, deserves a vote of confidence, they will not even come. They will not even allow that to be convened.
You heard that, and you saw the lack of confidence and the confusion on the side of the interviewee, Mr. Teso David there. This is exactly how confused they are in the villa right now, and this is not good for the people of this country. Isn't it shocking that even at this point, even with how bad things have become in this country, the APC still believes that propaganda is the way to go? Because the whole Council of States thing, calling ex-presidents to give Tinubu a vote of confidence, is all propaganda. Vote of confidence when Nigerians are dying of hunger and poverty. Does it make any sense? This is a country of over 200 million people, the poverty capital of the world, and then you call 3 or 4 billionaires to come and evaluate your performance. That's a complete joke. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. And this tweet here by Main Point says, person that is given a vote of confidence, who himself is a failure, what else do you expect from him to another failure presently? However, the main question is, why was there a need for a vote of confidence in the first place? It is because there is no confidence. That is an admittance of failure. It is clear that they have failed and they are looking for just propaganda to deceive people. And some people will actually be fooled to say, okay, since these guys have endorsed him, let us be patient with him. That is how foolish some Nigerians can be. And this tweet here by Black says, the interviewee kept praising Tinubu and insisted that he had not been involved in any government contracts. However, the individual seemed unprepared and struggled to articulate coherent thoughts, leading the observers to feel sorry for him. That is it. There is no way you will come out to defend the APC and you will not look stupid, no matter how intelligent you are. Because what are you trying to defend here? The number speaks volumes. And this tweet by Abby says, he does not even sound so convincing around the subject matter. He was struggling with words. I am tired. I'm telling you, he was struggling all through the interview because he was trying to defend lies. And this tweet here by Abdul Hamid says, from one bad administration to another, they have to give him that vote of confidence without doubt. When you call Buhari to ask him what he feels about your administration, of course he's going to give you vote of confidence, because since Tinubu came, everybody has stopped talking about Buhari. We thought Buhari was going to be the worst ever president, but now Buhari is so happy that someone has surpassed his record. What a shame. And the interviewee, Mr. David Tessor there, is clearly out there looking for what to eat. And that is the attitude that is killing this country today. Until we begin to say the truth, we will keep sinking as a nation economically, security, and otherwise until the nation finally collapses. And if you think that is not possible, carefully listen to this next update. Let us look at that verdict by the US court that has thrown Aso Rock into confusion. Look at how the papers reported it. US court authorizes Chinese investors to seize Nigeria's assets. An appellate court in the United States authorized Zhongshan, a Chinese company, to proceed with its efforts to confiscate Nigeria's assets abroad after it rejected Nigeria's sovereign immunity argument. The decision on August 9, 2024 came after judges at the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia in Washington found that Nigeria had violated both the fundamental and commercial rights of the executives at a Chinese firm that had entered into a trade zone agreement with Nigeria. Daily Post reports that the latest development worsens a crisis that the Nigerian government has been attempting to manage in Europe and prevent from spilling to other jurisdictions. A French court had earlier authorized the seizure of 3 presidential jets due to the ongoing dispute between Zhongshan and the Ogun State government. However, Nigeria argued before the United States District Court for the District of Columbia in Washington that its sovereign immunity forbade the matter from being entertained in a U.S. court. But the federal judge denied Nigeria's argument, saying the country is a signatory to the New York Convention that allows arbitration between persons, which may include a sovereign entity. The court stated that Nigeria can be held liable for the breach against the Chinese since Ogun is a federation unit of Nigeria. The presidency on Thursday described as fraudulent the attempts by the Chinese company to take over offshore assets of the federal government of Nigeria. Ononuga stated that the federal government is not under any contractual obligation with the company, noting that the case in which Zhongshan tries to use every unorthodox means to strip the country's offshore asset is between the company and the Ogun State government. Yes, but now they have said China can go ahead and strip Nigeria of its offshore assets. This is the verdict now, because this is not in a Nigerian court. First, it was a French court who gave a verdict in favor of China seizing 3 presidential jets belonging to Nigeria. Now, a U.S. court is giving China the go-ahead to confiscate Nigeria's offshore assets. This is the verdict that the court has passed. Nigeria is going to appeal, of course, but there is no assurance that that appeal will not fail. The country is going to be stripped of its offshore assets because of the misbehavior of the APC. An APC governor who is Tinubu's boy caused all this. And if you trace the shadiness of that contract, you will trace it to the main oga. I am telling you. Because they don't do anything without contacting him. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Daniel Adeleke says, yes, very good. We are owing so much debt, but they are busy flying private jets and living luxurious lives, paying senators every single month 21 million naira. Nigerian politicians are cankerworms. Gosh, they really are. I don't know where this crop of human beings came from. And this tweet by G-Man says they should include the villa and 21 billion apartment, then the full country. This may sound like a joke, but when I said I was going to analyze the sinister possibility of this verdict, this was what I was talking about. Now, this is an issue with just one company in China, and the issue now is about to cost us our offshore assets, many of our offshore assets. Think about the several other issues that are going to come up. Several other people that have been maltreated by the Nigerian government are going to come up to demand justice. And now they know that our immunity has been taken away according to the US court now. They said we can be tried in the US. You are going to see several cases come up. And very soon, hey, you will begin to hear things like NMPC building being confiscated. You will hear things like Eagle Square being confiscated. You are going to hear a lot of things as time goes on with this verdict now. And this tweet by Comrade says they should seize the president and his wife. Chai! Eleni on One of Africa said, when are they coming to seize Aso Rock? You see, Nigerians are not even bothered anymore because the evil of the political class has eroded anything patriotism in the minds of people. When you have a country where Abike Dabiri, who is in charge of Nigerians in diaspora, is celebrating the fact that Nigerians are getting visas to flee the country, to the point that she began exaggerating the figures, increasing the figures. You are happy that your best hands, doctors, lawyers, engineers, your best brains are dumping your country. You are very happy. Why won't you be? When if you, Abike Dabiri, develops small headache or running stomach, the next thing you are flying out of the country. What an irony. How have we become a people that are happy with developing other people's countries than this country? This is where you cannot argue with those who would say that Nigeria is not a country. You can't argue with the people who are looking for how to divide this country. They will make more sense than you in any argument. Because when there is no patriotism, there is no love for country. There is no political will to develop all the members of a country. Then what are we doing together? And this tweet here by Dr. Rutherford says, Nigerian government, shame on the leaders for this kind of embarrassment. A very big shame. This is the worst so far. Look at how we are being treated in the international community, and we have brought this upon ourselves. And Gbemisola here says, when they demarket Nigeria with their nonsense, they will now say it is Twitter people that are asking for good governance that are demarketing Nigeria. You know, that's what they say. They'll say you come to Twitter, you complain about your country, you are demarketing your country. Look at what you are doing. You are complaining about tweets that people are not praising Nigeria. That's why the country is not moving forward. But you are not honoring agreements and contracts that you signed with foreign investors. No wonder they are living in droves. And this tweet here by Uncle Choi says, this is embarrassing. All the lawyers we have in Nigeria, what are they doing that they could not stop this national embarrassment? And Dan replied him, he said, we owe money, we need to pay back. Simple. You are talking about the lawyers in Nigeria. This one is not a case where you can bribe anybody. Our lawyers have dumped their intelligence for bribery. They will see a case, they sweep the truth under the carpet. As you continue to do that, you will even lose your ability to genuinely defend a case. They can't win against anybody because all they know is bribery and corruption. And Abdul Rashid here says, this has exposed Nigeria's reckless behavior and diplomatic failures under Bola Tinubu. That is it. But I don't expect anything different. This is the APC, and as I keep saying, they have come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And who are at the receiving end? No matter what happens to this country, these guys can easily fly out and go and continue living their lives in other countries. It is the common man that bears the brunt. And that is why I keep saying, no matter how much they have destroyed this country, if the common people can come together, unite, and get the APC out of power, take their country back, gradually we can begin to fix this country. And in a short while, because of how blessed this country is, you will see how everything will turn around. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news where una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go away. Don't go away.